What's up, everybody, and welcome back to HeroesHearth Warcraft 3. We're having a special treat for you guys today because we're live at BlizzCon and we have two of the coolest dudes in the scene, if you will, in the Warcraft 3 scene as an interview partner. So, back to Warcraft. Why don't you guys, if it even needs any introduction, but why don't you just introduce to the people out there, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Neo. I'm testing Warcraft 3 competitive for 11 years now, and it's just getting better and better and better. You have some content on your side as well, which is absolutely fantastic. And now we're all three together here. It's wonderful.
I'm Remo. I'm the second half and better half of Back2WarCraft. And we've been casting together for him 11 years, me 10 years, with a bit of a break in between. But yeah, Reforged is there, and whatever. Next question.
So before we get into the personal stories and the more detailed question, I want to ask you guys real quick: why do you think Warcraft 3 is worth playing?
And it's a mix of like StarCraft and maybe Dota, so you get best of both worlds kind of. It's still an RTS, you have to manage your resources, but at the same time you have a hero that can swing games around in like the blink of an eye. And that makes games so awesome because you never really know if the game is over or not, because there could be a Colonel Nova coming out of nowhere, and then your hero dies, and then the game completely flips. So it's just a gem of a game, and it keeps them evolving even without a lot of patches. The scene is great. We have a mix of veterans, like Moon is still playing, but then we have these 20-year-old kids that are trying to claim the Frozen Throne now. It's just so cool.
Yeah, as far as playing yourself goes, it's also super versatile. Like, you can play it super seriously on the ladder when we want, which is what I prefer. But there's many different modes. There's RT, there's 2v2, there's gonna be AT soon. There might be a custom game section. We don't know much about that yet, but there's many different ways to play the game. And if you don't necessarily want to play it, there's awesome esports, for example, you can find with us. It's super entertaining as well. But, and I think this is the biggest strength of Warcraft, in my opinion, if you are a person who likes competitive challenges, playing games that are hard to play, for me personally at least, are way more rewarding than other ones. For example, for a long time I used to play two games a lot simultaneously. I used to play Dota 2 and Warcraft 3.
It's a good game too.
Both. And Dota 2 was a lot of fun, man. Don't get me wrong, I was playing with my friends and we were, all scrubs, but we were playing pubs and it was fun. But it was such a different experience actually playing Warcraft 3 and then entering tryhard mode. And I'm actually going to try to win. And I'm facing opponents that are strong as well, and if I don't play well, I lose. But if I do play well, I deserve the win. And it feels completely different. It's a completely different experience. And if you have this little bit of a competitive edge, getting into RTS is always hard, but it can be super, super rewarding.
You don't really have anyone else to blame for a loss than yourself, really. There's no teammates.
According to Twitch chat, there's a lot of excuses.
Very true. So you've been doing this for a long time together now. Can you tell us about the past? Like, how did you guys get to know each other? What was the trigger point of you guys deciding, let's do this a little bit more seriously?
I watched it on German television that there's matches for Warcraft 3. I played the campaign, of course.
Right.
And I said, oh, guys, these guys are doing something very different than I did. And they're so fast. Like, what the hell is going on? And then I got hooked by the commentary because it was so energetic. And then I listened to it on like radio streams back then. There was no Twitch stuff. And
the Winamp times.
Yeah, the Winamp times, exactly. And one day this guy said, hey, we need more casters because there's a lot of games, we need more talent. And I was like, okay, if these guys can do it, I can do it as well. I think I'm entertaining, I know a little bit about the game, so let's go. And that was the start on radio, for ESL radio, covering all the ESL leagues back then. And one day, there was no ESL league anymore, and I was like, okay, I want to continue this, and that was basically the birth of Back2WarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somewhere on along the way, I picked this guy up.
Yeah, we both started out on ESL radio. Him 1 year earlier than me, and there was like an open application looking for casters, and I applied. Got in. Back then radio was the thing. 2014, Warcraft is back, and stars kind of aligned with a last goodbye turning into the beginning of something. There's a long story there as well, but that's how it went down, basically.
And you guys have been doing this together for a long time now. Is there anything that you particularly like about each other?
No.
My next question would have been: is there anything you don't like about?
Oh, that's
I'm always impressed with his taste of pizza.
I mean, when we started Back to Warcraft in like 2014, we just wanted to have like this one last hurrah stream because there was like the last Zotac Cup, which was
Right.
the longest running weekly thing. And we were 6 casters for that event. It was fun. And then we did the best 100 games of all time. And one caster after the next left because of real life and stuff like that. And this guy kind of stayed by my side and went with me through pretty much everything. We spent Christmas in China for a Warcraft tournament. We spent New Year's in China for a Warcraft tournament. We spent pretty much every weekend at home on streams. Not partying too hard until like 8 a.m. because at 1 p.m. there's a Warcraft tournament. And that's not normal. That's not something you can expect from someone to give up so much of real life. So that's the thing I appreciate about him, I guess, the most.
We're actually doing serious answers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Neo has a very inspiring outlook on life in that he tries to be nice first of all, despite actually holding a lot of grudges with a lot of fucking stuff. But he tries to be good, and he tries to also not just be good, but do good in the areas that he's interested in. Warcraft, for example. Politics, for example, which is the cause for many arguments. And that he is actively trying to inspire a better world.
Wow.
Next question is not going to be easy for me. What don't you like about each other? Is there anything that really, in Germany we would say gets you on the palm tree? Mm-hmm. So is there something that you absolutely can't stand about the other person sometimes?
If you look at our Instagram on Thursday, you get a pretty good impression. We did a little hype video. And all of us, like, Remo was super energetic, and all of a sudden, boom, he slaps me on the chest. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But that's kind of his way of showing when he's a little tipsy that he likes you. And he's getting a little touchy and punchy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Also, that thing with punching stuff doesn't only happen when he's drunk in the evening, but also when he gets up in the morning. And in China, we had to share hotel rooms for like 3 weeks straight.
Okay.
And this guy likes to punch walls in the morning. I'm not the morning person. And he's really loud, so that's the worst thing, I guess.
We had some fun times in China. I'm a morning person, and I'm kind of noisy, it's true. And Neo's like, don't talk to me until I've had 2 coffees. That kind of guy. What do I dislike about Neo?
I got plenty of other things if you need more time to think about it. There's nothing. I'm perfect. Flawless.
Yeah.
He has never helped me pick up a girl at a club before.
Wow.
Despite all the years we've known each other.
I got them all for myself.
It's rough when he's around, man.
Are there any Miss or Mrs. Back to Warcraft in your lives?
No time for that.
Damn. Okay, so we know out there, ladies, keep an eye out when you see these 2 gentlemen doing their thing. Okay, so back to a more serious topic here. We're kind of serious. We're at BlizzCon right now, and a lot of stuff has been unveiled for all different Blizzard franchise and titles. However, you also mentioned this in a video of yours, Warcraft 3 Reforged, which was so hypefully announced last year, it kind of fell short a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we still have the panel in an hour or so,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
hopefully there's some information. We had talks with some devs, and there weren't too many new things as well, so I'm not too hopeful for the panel. Yeah, it is a little concerning for sure. The devs all sound very hyped and excited, but I mean, it's kind of the job as well to do that, and they have good media training, I guess, to be here. I mean, it will still be great. It will revive the scene. There's going to be a lot more tournaments, so for that, it's good. The devs are actually listening a lot to the community. They are aware of a lot of issues, and they're fixing it. Like, the build we played here was already better than the build we played at home, and if that continues to improve, we're going to get a good game in the end.
Okay. Remo, what do you think about the state and the hype level of Warcraft Reforged at the moment?
It's pretty low, but it's tough to compare to last year. Like you can't top last year. And this is obviously going to be the comparison because it is a very similar scenario that we find ourselves in. Last year was craziness for us. I remember the first day of BlizzCon, I was like kind of shaking for a long time after the announcement. Yeah. And this year we were like a little footnote in the opening ceremony. So in that sense, the first day was rather disappointing. And I've heard some doomsday talks from some sources, so that did get me a little bit concerned. But at the end of the day, they're gonna do their best, and I'm gonna take it as it comes. I'm not gonna get too worried. But yeah, as far as hype is concerned, at the moment it's moderate, I guess.
Fair enough. At this point, we're gonna do a quick cut because I need to check if the thing is still recording. Everything good? Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, moderate hype levels for you, Neo, and Remo. What you guys have a lot of connections to Asia, the players, some tournament organizers, perhaps. What is the mood currently over there? Do you have any impressions or any opinions of global pro players there and what they expect? Is it maybe different from what we do in the West?
Didn't actually talk too much with them, like with the players.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a couple of organizers, and it's always like, when is the next big thing? Oh, we wait for Reforged and then it's coming. So
yeah.
I expect so much from China. I mean, they already have daily tournaments, like every single day there's something. And I can't imagine the craziness when this blows up with Reforged.
Pro players usually are not the people you want to go to when you're looking for excitement in something new. Pro players want to play the same fucking maps for 10 years. They want the meta to be the same. They want the items to be the same.
And they want buffs for their race.
Yeah, but normally they don't want things to change. And many pro players, I'm sure, won't be switching to Reforged. They're hyped about the prospect of the game growing and having more viewers and perhaps getting more money.
More money, yeah.
But I have yet to talk to a pro player and be like, man, I can't wait for the new features of Reforged. I'm so hyped about the graphics. That's not pro player talk.
But you think in China there's definitely going to be a tournament scene, a competitive scene with lots of hype going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, the skins will sell insanely well in China.
Yeah.
Whatever they do, they will buy everything. I mean, they kind of have that already now for custom games and stuff. And that's $1 million market, so I can only imagine how many of these skins they will sell in China.
Okay, so you recently mentioned that you're trying to take your channel Back2WarCraft to the next level a little bit, going full-time potentially even. So what is your current status on that endeavor? Are you in a good way? Do you want to take things a little bit more slowly? Tell us about your future plans on the channel.
I will definitely go full-time. The only thing I need to figure out is like taxes and insurance. And then
in Germany especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the boss at my current job knows already that I will leave. Just don't know when. Early next year for sure. Like in January. It must be like in January, I think.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff coming that we're starting. We're cooking some stuff.
All right.
Quite
Okay.
a bit. It's gonna be great. I'm really. This is like a new baby thingy that's coming, and I love it. Apart from that, I would love to do more entertaining stuff. Except not only casting, but you do a podcast though. I will not go into that field. But I would love to do stuff like 10 worst comments of the week or something.
Yeah.
Or like it doesn't matter if on Reddit or on YouTube, just to point stuff out and talk my own bullshit over it. Or reward people for good comments because they happen as well. Also on YouTube, not too many people talk about that.
But it's usually the bad comments that get a lot of attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, like more entertaining stuff. Maybe own tournaments as well in the future. I think it's kind of necessary to do that at one point. Yeah, the rough plan for now.
Yeah, for me as well, expanding the portfolio. I'm more like I'm looking more towards the deeper strategic things. I would like to see more pro player integration, like deep dive into creep routes or meta snapshots, stuff like that. And also going full time. That's not just a hope, that is what I'm gonna do. And I hope it works out.
Very nice. You know what? I think it's a solid concept, when one One of the two goes a little bit more into the strategic, try-hard, competitive thing, and the other one just tries to go the fluff around it, the comedy and entertaining aspect.
Yeah, it makes no sense for me to try to catch up with Remo or pros to get to that level of play.
Yeah.
I can improve my hype casting and like hosting stuff. I think that's better for me, and he focuses on the rest of it. So I think we do that pretty well also in the past. Not always on purpose or not with a strategic thinking behind it. Keeps on happening that we split work between us. It's destiny, man.
Our communication is beyond words.
It's telepathic.
Okay, I think that's all I gotta ask you guys for now. So I think the final words belong to you. Is there any shout outs, any people you want to greet, anything else you want to get rid of?
Well, thanks for everything you do for the scene. Of course, the podcast is great. Fight Night is amazing.
Thank you.
Watching every 2 weeks, right?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. So that's really cool to have more casters accept us, because sometimes you feel like you have to cover everything that's there. And,
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and to get more perspectives on things are really good, and just see how you call a fight, for example. I can grab some stuff from there, not copying, but
And likewise, you always take inspiration from others.
Yeah. So it's not like we want to keep this monopoly and we're fighting to keep anyone out of the scene or something. I love where Warcraft is going at the moment, so shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a part of the scene growing. We are enjoying that as well. Of course, more viewers are coming in as well. And yeah, I would love to see that as well. More content creators popping up, more interaction, more cooperation, more people going to China that I could actually party with, because he's always too tired. Yeah, I'd love to see more of that.
All right, guys, and if you want to check out those two lovely Germans over there, you go to twitch.tv/Back2WarCraft or the YouTubes. You can find you everywhere, the Twitters, the Instagrams. And if you want to see more Warcraft 3 content in the future on this channel, feel free to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.